All right, so my Craftsman snowblower, my pull cord was getting a little frayed. I thought it'd be a good time to replace it. Unfortunately, guys, I thought about doing a video after I got the housing off and actually after I pulled the pull cord out, but I'm gonna show you the steps. It's really simple. It's nothing that you really need to visually see, but I would walk you through it, all right? My first step was taking off the 3 5/16 screws. There's one there, there's one there, and there's one there, okay? There are my 3 screws. I took them off. Then I took the entire housing off. The entire housing just came right off. There was nothing else I had to unloose. Unfortunately, on some other snowblowers, you have to take other things off. But for this Craftsman 22-inch, this is all I had to do was take those 3 screws off, and this came out, all right? Like I said earlier, I pulled the cord out, but I'll show you that step. It's really simple. It's nothing hard, nothing strenuous, all right? So like I told you, I've already pulled the cord out. It was very simple, all right? I just cut the cord, and then I took a piece and I just pulled it out all the way around, pulled it out, and then as you got to this part where the knot was at, you just slid it right out. You can watch other videos that will show you that step if you really need to see it, but again, all you did was cut the cord, which is what I did. I cut the cord, I fished it out, and I pulled it all the way around, and as I got to this end right here where it had the knot in it, I just slid it right out, and that's where I'm at right now. The next step seems to be the hard step for some other people. Depending on your snowblower, it's fishing this new cord through those 2 holes. Mine would be quite easy. Some have been a little bit harder, all right? Let me get to that step. So now I gotta wind mine 4 times, okay? 1, 2, 3, and that's my 4th time. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put this thread through here, and as you see, it comes right through there with mine. With some other videos, I've noticed it was hard to get it through, but with mine, it's quite easy, all right? All right, so I got my knot in there, and like I said, with most other people, you had to wind yours. Mine is going to wind itself right back to where it was at, so I'm just going to let it keep going. And that's where it's at. I may have to wind it 5 times. I'm thinking that might not be enough, but we'll see as we go. Now what I did notice is there's a step that I didn't do, but you saw how easy it was to thread mine. For those of you who will have trouble threading yours, before you thread it, you may want to burn that end real quick, melt that end, and that'll keep the cord from separating and spreading as you're trying to thread it through, all right? So again, that's a step that, as you saw, I didn't really need to do, but you may need to do that, all right? So as you're looking at this, I noticed that I may need to wind it 5 times, so I took it out, and so now we're gonna reattempt to tie it down and let it unwind itself. So like I said, I did it 5 times, so now I'm gonna unwind it, let it unwind itself. You see it does it itself. Okay, and I have a lot less on that end, so I think I'm going to leave it at that. So I'm going to do it this end, is I'm going to tie it into this new one, and then we're going to be there. Okay, so getting this part out was my tricky part, and I had to work at it to finally get that part to come out. So that was my hard part, and I think I'm just going to cut it right here and just pull the rest of it out. Helps if I have sharper scissors. Go ahead. So all I'm going to do right now is just feed it through here, tie it off, and then we're good to go. And that should do it. So yeah, so what we're going to do is just tie it off, and that should pretty much do it. I'll try not to get much pull in there. Let me see. I guess I could cut the cord some. All right, and that's that. Got both ends tied on. Got it round already. And now all we gotta do is replace the 3 screws, and we'll just try starting it up. All right, so now we're gonna just start it up and see how it works. as you see, it works. So that's that.